Now then, let's get into some dating slop. No chit chat. Let's get straight into this.
This might be a little controversial, but I am not the girl that you want to mumble some to when you walk past me. Because I am so quick to tell you to shut the up or talk back or say some slick back to you. Because all I'm trying to do is go on a walk and relax for my mental health.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to be echoed, I suppose, but it depends exactly what they're saying to you. No need to be so friendly. But yeah, don't go around harassing people. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just having some me time. I'm keeping to myself. So why can't you do that? Again, it might not be very ladylike of me, but I do not care. Don't say nothing to me. And especially now that it's getting warm outside.
I mean, I will say now as a Christian, I think that, behaving likewise rude in response is, if anything, you're only going to make matters worse. You're going to open a door between both of you that the enemy will ever want to initiate wrath out on each other. Probably not.
No, that's what we're not going to do, okay? Because it's going to get too hot for that. So just keep it pushing, mind your business, and don't say nothing.
Feel better now after spouting so much vitriol? Because, quite frankly, that comment says absolutely nothing about me, but it does reveal a lot about the character of the person that made it.
Y'all, so...
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about that. Like, I don't know. I personally, I mean, I get snippy comments, but yeah, I suppose this person doesn't actually know me, especially when I'm like anonymous. All this, why would I care what they think?
Newly single, testing out the waters, seeing what's in this dating pool. There ain't here. But there was a guy recently who was like, I was like, do you think I'm crazy? And he was like, no, but I do have opinions. And I was like, well, what's your opinion? Let me know. And he was like, well, I think you're conceited. And I was like, as I should be. Because if I was insecure, then you would say that I was insecure and crazy. So he's like, well, I'd rather you be insecure so I could control you.
Yeah, that's like too. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking his side. Yeah, that eyebrow raising. Somebody said that to me as well. The woman said that to me. I'd be like,
what? No, never will happen. And I'll stick to being conceited and uncontrollable. Thank you.
So you're telling me that if...
I mean, maybe a bit of an overcompensation, though. You don't want to be narcissistic as a response to not being controlled. I mean, I would certainly know about that from my past. Prior to Christ, I was very much, you won't control me. So that manifested a huge ego.
If a man posts negative content about his wife on social media, that she needs to just realize that that man hates her and she needs to leave. But if a woman posts negative content about her husband, it's just a joke. Make it make sense.
Okay, so I need y'all to be but honest. Do I look mean? Do I look mean or like unapproachable? Because I'm trying to figure it out. I've been going to the gym for 3 years now, and...
So no, but like, you're obviously not trying to look mean in this video when you're appealing to the internet. I mean, have you got like no better way to put it than a resting bitch face? And I kind of think before coming to Christ, I had a resting bitch face. Coming to Christ now, I'm a lot more happy walking around.
One guy has approached me in the gym. One guy. I can name the situation. One guy. And I've never had a girl like come up to me and want to be my friend, which is like not their problem, not their fault. Like, I'm not expecting anyone to approach me, but I feel like I'm always approaching others and like talking to others. So I'm like, there's gotta be something wrong. Like, something like, why do people not want to like talk to me? And not like in a sappy way. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. I'm like literally wearing bright pink right now. Like, is that not approachable? I think it is. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Is she unaware of all the videos that have done the rounds of men just merely glancing in a woman's direction in a gym and being shamed for it online? I mean, before he apologized and went into retreat, that Joyce Wall character, he was always calling out the women for taking advantage of gym environment, like make content at the expense of men. Obviously, did the Hulk Hogan thing and have retreated with his tail between his legs, never to speak again. Maybe he's still making content now. I just never see it. You'll have to let me know in the comments. In regard to her, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't approach her, to be fair. I mean, she's obviously not ugly or anything, but in the gym environment, no way, Jose. I would not be approaching anybody.
Let me know.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Is 100.
Yeah, and then the link for this will be in the description if you want to watch this without me talking. I just enjoy watching this cringe.
100 times easier for a woman to approach a man versus a man approaching a woman, and I'm going to tell you why and how I do it and why I think more women should be approaching men. Of course, being a woman, I think you want a man to approach you.
Yeah, I mean, I do think usually men are to make the first initial approach towards a woman after she's like sort of signaled to him, like making lots of eye contact, like trying to smile in his direction, whatever other. You know, they like play with the air and stuff. All these like little things women do to like signal, like, yes, I talk to me. And then men would ordinarily make that first approach, but things have developed in such a way now. It is much safer, I think, if you know, and women really want to find somebody that they really like, that they might just have to learn how to make that first initial approach potentially just for their own sake, if they want to increase their likelihood of finding some.
You want men to approach you in public, you want them to be the one pursuing you, but let's set the stage here, right? It's always the men who you are not interested in that come up and approach you in public, that have the courage to come up and.
This is exactly why. I mean, I've always said, like, men do not chase women. Women chase men that they're interested in. I mean, women don't like to admit this, but unfortunately it is true that the woman will keep pursuing a man. Maybe pursuing is the right word, but she'll keep trying to chase his attention to get back into his orbit if she really likes him. When a man does that, it comes across as creepy, stalkerish, and weirdo, and simpish. You know, there's all sorts of words for describing when a man does it. There's no negative words for when a woman sort of pursues a man in that way, because normal. It's how it's meant to be occurring. I mean, everybody seems to have got confused about that. I mean, I would say the man still like has to take the lead and like plan dates and things like that, but she's the one trying to reach out to him most of the time.
Say something, and then you blow them off, like whatever. It's never the cute guy across the bar that actually comes up and approaches you. Even if you're making eye contact with him all night, you'll leave the bar and you'll be like, why didn't he say something? And the reason is because men nowadays, like, to approach a woman, you have to come up with something clever, funny. You can't be weird. Like, if you go
Compliment them above the shoulders. Oh, they've got nice earrings, nice I don't know, nose ring. Joke, don't approach people with nose rings. No, I'm joking. There's exceptions to the rule, but primarily the nose ring theory does play out. Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to be too inventive. I used to, back in the day, I would just like make something up on the spot, something around me, something they're wearing above the shoulders. Depends on the kind of dress they're wearing. If it's like not a really revealing dress, you can compliment the like what they're wearing. Obviously, if they're more like wearing something skimpy, don't be doing it. General ways to get around it.
Up and she's with her friends, then her friends might think you're weird. There's all these things that go into the success rate of a man approaching a woman. So if I was a man, I wouldn't approach a woman. So now you're a woman and you are in.
I mean, she's been doing a lot of the signaling and whatnot. What you're first saying is important, as long as it's not cringe or, you know what I mean? You know, as long as you're confident, makes sense, however, what you're saying in that first initial approach. If she's been signaling that she likes you, fine.
Public and you see a cute guy and he's with his friends. Go up to him, say whatever you want. You can say, when was the last time you cried? You can say hi. You can say, you look good. You literally don't have to put any thought into it because you're not going to be perceived as creepy. You're 5'2" and 110 pounds. Like, they're not going to.
I mean, yeah, a woman approaching a man could really just ask the man, like, what's your name and where are you from? You know what I mean? Like, as simple as that. Really, yeah. I mean, I don't know if men could really get away with it. Could do, potentially. But with a woman, really, that would be a winning formula. Just like, hello, like, it's nice to meet you. Where you from? You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting to know that person. You know what I mean? Like, this insistent need that everybody thinks that everybody must behave like a performing monkey, or that they have to behave like a performing monkey to get somebody's attention is sort of why dating has gone wrong a little bit in my mind.
see you as a threat or scary. The worst that can happen is that they're married or in a relationship. And even then, sometimes they're going to say yes. You have to say no. But you're going to have a 100% success rate for single men. They love being approached. Like, it's something that shows that you're confident, and it also gives them confidence. And if you go up to a friend group, you can talk to them all. Like, I promise you, just if you see a guy that you think is cute, go up and say hi to him, and it's going to work out. You're going to be on a date with him within 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, I reckon she's probably right there. I usually think that women give out bad dating advice, if I'm quite honest. But that, that was a dating advice for women, to be fair. So maybe my point would still stand. But that was solid. I reckon she's right there.
I promise. I was in the Starbucks drive-thru with my girlfriend, and we saw 2 guys in a truck behind us. So they looked kind of cute. I rolled down my window. I said, "Hey." They said, "Hi, what are you drinking?" I told him my order. He asked for my number through the window. It was cute. I gave him
Look how simple it is. All you have to be is like friendly and feminine. Boom.
my number, and he was like, "I paid for your Starbucks." And I was like, "Thanks, I was gonna pay for yours." And then next thing you know, he's asking me on a date. He's texting me, and he calls me his cute Starbucks girl. So
just be nice, friendly, and feminine, and you're off to the races. It's really that simple. Yeah, I mean, I want to come up with some stories from my own life, but I'll maybe like not give information like that away from quite early point in my channel's career.
This is just one example, but you can do it anytime, any place, anywhere, and it's gonna have success.
You know, I don't think modern women understand you can't spend 10 years telling men their attention is harassment and then be confused when they stop giving you the attention that you said was harassment.
Amen.
It's not really a mystery. That's simple cause and effect. What are we doing here?
Do you think most women like men? No, especially in today's society. Oh, hell no. These women hate men for no reason.
Do you think most women actually like men?
No, most women don't like you guys. However, a majority of men absolutely like a majority of women. That creates obviously an imbalance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with everything Myron Gaines says, but he's right. Yeah, he's cooking on gas with this one. I reckon he's right.
Feminism with technology, them being able to provide for themselves, essentially, it makes it even worse for men because now they really don't like you and they don't have to deal with you. It's not that they necessarily hate you guys, but it's you guys are invisible to them. Girl walks into a CVS, goes to the clerk, pays some guy there. She's not going to remember that guy. She might pay attention to maybe only 1 or 2 guys that she actually found attractive. Men, we're on the other hand, we go into a CVS, we are looking at all women like they're all visible to us. Women don't operate like that. A majority of men are virtually invisible to them.
I saw a guy looking at me at the gym today, and we were smiling at each other, so I smiled back. And then I just said, and I went over to him and I was like, "Hi, my name is Tosh. It's great to meet you. Your sweats look like they're kind of bulging." Just kidding.
Right,
no, it's not going to happen, guys. Like, you have to go up and talk to her. Girls aren't going to come and approach you. If anything, girls don't get approached nearly as much as they should anymore. Like, even worse than before.
What do you mean more than they should? That's pride. That is pride. No, disregard that part. No. There's no should. There's no how much you should be approached and shouldn't be approached. Well, looking for everybody that approaches. Many people think you are. God has blessed you. Take solace and be grateful, not ego and pride and narcissistic with it. No. There's none of this like worthy stuff.
Or like, it already was a problem and now it's even worse. If you approach a girl, the least that will happen is that she'll just feel good that a guy approached her that day. Like, you just did her a compliment. And if you want easy lines to say when you're approaching a girl, check out my page. I have the best ways where you won't come off creepy. Honestly, I have ways that you won't really get rejected. So yeah, I got you, daddy.
I don't know. I'm going to take a random stab in the dark and say that their advice is going to be bad fun. But, feel free if you want to go check it out and let me know in the comments if it's bad as I envisage.
Imagine being so, like, brainwashed and brain that you're like, oh, a bear in the wild. You just have to run him. Honey, he'll eat you.
Women feel.
Yeah, like at the time, it was always a case of saying that bear attacks are less likely to get you. Less bears, you might work out per capita likelihood of walking past a bear versus a woods. bear is more likely to attack you than the actual human is. Yeah, on the sort of share rate. But no, again, they never like the sort of GDP, but not GDP, sorry, but per capita. They never seem to want to acknowledge that. I would say
so unsafe around men, majority of the time a straight white man like yourself, because of how many of them manipulate them, gaslight them. With a bear or an animal, all you have to do is get away from it. Men will manipulate women into sleeping with them. Men will manipulate the people around them to make women feel crazy.
I mean, women do those things too. It's not even a gender-specific thing. I struggle to see how man thing.
Okay, so that's where that analogy comes from.
I don't know who hurt them. I'm sorry to ask. I don't know what man in your life did you dirty. I don't know what happened that made you able to just so easily put all men into a category of manipulative, awful, scary, women are afraid.
It's quite literally not.
Yeah, complete infantilization of women, as though it's like Schrodinger's feminist or whatever. They're both fragile and weak, but also strong and independent at the same time. They seem to move between both arguments. Almost ferocious pace.
The thing that aggravates me more than the amount of men that I see on the New York City subway that do not stop to help women at all. I will see women struggling with literally 60-pound strollers. They have a baby on their arm. I will literally sit there and I'll wait and I'll be like, okay, let's see how long it's gonna be. Some man obviously has to see.
Hey guys,
I mean, I've watched Invincible, but not 100%.
So you saw
sure.
somebody that needed help and you didn't help them?
No, what's this to do with dating, though?
Why didn't you help them? Women are just as capable as men, right? Women say they don't need men in any capacity. Help your sister out. Why are you watching that?
Okay, next cut.
And remember, ladies, if he's inconsistent, that means that he wants you to get with a new man. You're welcome.
Or maybe he's an inconsistent person, and that's not ideal, but a lot of people are. So if she's inconsistent, do we hold her to the same standard if she makes dinner 5 days a week instead of 7? It's just so weird how men are held to a much higher standard than women ever will be. Why is it that men get absolutely no understanding for anything? And is it that he's inconsistent? Is he overwhelmed? Does he have too much on his plate? We never consider those things. What about the things he does do for you? Do you see, acknowledge, and appreciate those things? Or do you only see the things that he's not doing? Because a man will...
Yeah, I would say, broadly, I think that's what occurs. I remember I had a relationship once where I ended up doing even though we were both working the same amount of hours, and I worked further away, I was the one who was tending to do the house chores more than he would. And at one point, she had the audacity to complain that I had not cleaned the bathroom. But I'd done the other room. I'm like, are you joking? You don't do any of the rooms. You're having a dig at me about not doing that one. Yeah, so probably not. I do find that, my experience that women are easy to overlook sort of things you're doing, that you are doing, and only little things with it they want to nitpick at that then blow into these problems. Problems. But anyway, I'm going to leave this one here for a minute. The link for this will be in the description if you want to continue with what these have to say. I'll see you in the next one. Dropping by.